Hi guys, it's Amber from Amber Eats Books, and I'm here today to bring you my November TBR. These are going to be all the books that I hope to read in the month of November. I always say that. I'm prefacing every TBR by saying I hope to read all these books. It does not mean I will get to all of them, but I will probably get to at least a majority of them. This month is going to be a little busy, especially with the holidays and just my work schedule and the kids' after school schedule, which has been insane because my daughter is actually playing a big part in her high school play, but with that comes a lot of practices, and these practices go from like 5:30 till 8 o'clock at night, and that means I have to rush home, rush out, then go back out later at night, and it just kind of disrupts my whole evening. And hopefully I'll be able to get to most of these though anyway, because I will have some days off here and there. I have a 3-day weekend. I have obviously Thanksgiving break, so I hopefully will be able to catch up during those times. So let's jump right into what I have. First of all, what am I currently reading? I am currently listening to Scrappy Little Nobody by Andrea Kendrick on audiobook. And this is just her telling some stories about her life. I'm probably about a little over halfway through. I'm enjoying it. Is it fantastic? Not by any means, but it's definitely at least entertaining enough to listen to while I'm in the car. I'm also currently reading a book, and that is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I am finally reading this, you guys. This has been in my possession from the library for at least 2 months. I believe 2 months. Almost 3. This got checked out in August. I just keep renewing it because no one else wants it. But I finally started it. I am about 70 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I just can't wait to sit down and actually have time to really delve into the story. I'm hoping to do that this weekend. So those are my currently reading. What I hope to read. I have a couple of Goodreads groups that I am a part of. One of them is Lisa's Buddy Reads group, hosted by Lisa from Books and Smiles. All the links to all of these groups and everything will be down in the description below. This month we are only reading one book together, but it seems like it's going to be a really good one, and that is Night Road by Kristen Hanna. I believe Kristen Hanna also wrote The Nightingale, and I really enjoyed that book, so I'm definitely interested to see what else she has written and if I like it as much as I like that book. So that will be a fun read. I'm also part of Books and Jams Read Along, hosted by Krista from Books and Jams, and this month she picked Since We Fell by Dennis Lehane. He also wrote Mystic River and Shutter Island. I did not read either of those, but I watched the movies and I really enjoyed the story. So if the books were anything like the movies, which we all know sometimes they're not, but if they were, then I might really enjoy his book. So I got it from the library. I just happened to be able to get it. It just came in on the day that I decided to reserve it, and I was really excited because now I'll be able to join in with that. I'm also going to be joining in, I think for the first time this month, I think it's called the Dying to Read Goodreads group, and that is hosted by April from Getting Hugga With It. I will leave that link down below as well. I don't have the book because I reserved it at the library. It says it's in transit, so fingers crossed that it comes in the next week or so I can go ahead and get into that. And that is Little Deaths by Emma Flint. I will try to insert a picture. Also, this month is Nonfiction November. Now, I am participating. Though I'm not really following the challenges, I'm just going to be trying to read more nonfiction than I usually read this year. That's hosted by Olive at a Book Olive and Gemma from Nonfic Books. I will link the announcement video down below for that. The first nonfiction book that I would like to read is one that we picked for our hashtag on the BookTube Shelf pick. That is the book club that I help host. We have decided to kind of depart from our video updates and wrap-ups for that and move into a Goodreads group, because the Goodreads group just seem to work a lot better for people, especially busy schedules and things like that. We are able to dip in and out when we can instead of feeling like we have to get things out by a certain day. We have all been very busy, and it's been hard enough just trying to find time to film like wrap-ups and things that it just kind of takes some of that pressure off of us. So our pick for this month, if you guys would like to join in, there's still plenty of time. I actually picked up this book at the Dollar Tree, which goes to show you that this one is probably readily available and will be very easy to find for a cheap price or even at your local library. And that is going to be Saving Simon by John Katz, How a Rescue Donkey Taught Me the Meaning of Compassion. So please, if you want to join in, go ahead and check out our Goodreads group. I will leave that link down below as well. And we're trying to work on our picks for the next few months, and we'll have those posted in the Goodreads group, so you'll have a little bit more time to find the books that we are hoping to read. So yeah, that is going to definitely be an interesting pick, and it's not very long, so it shouldn't take very much time to get through at all. Continuing on with the nonfiction theme, I just have a pile of books that I've been meaning to get to for a little while. One of those being The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. I know someone in a previous video, I think I showed this in a haul video, said that they were interested in reading this with me. I want to say it was Sharon. So Sharon, if you're watching and you still want to read it with me, just send me a comment on this video or send me a message and let me know, and we will make that happen. But I'm planning on reading it sometime this month. I also have been meaning to pick this one up for a very long time. I even showed it, I think, once in a TBR. Maybe it was last Nonfiction November, and I just never got around to it. But that is The Night of the Gun by David Carr. A reporter investigates the darkest story of his life, his own. Sounds very interesting, very suspenseful, so I'm hoping to get to it this month because it's been sitting on my shelf and I keep looking at it all the time, and I've really wanted to read it for such a long time, and I think Nonfiction November is the perfect excuse to pick it up. Another book that has definitely made its way around BookTube, I think is being turned into a movie, I want to say. I might have that wrong, so let me know if I do. But that is The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skloot. It says, doctors took her cells without asking. Those cells never died. They launched a medical revolution in a multi-million-dollar industry. More than 20 years later, her children found out their lives would never be the same. So many people on BookTube that I have interacted with have told me that they love this, and I will probably love it. So I'm excited to get to this one. And another one I showed in a recent haul video, I think it was my September haul video, was Read My Pins by Madeline Albright. This is like a coffee table book. I figured this would be a perfect book to pick up if I'm kind of feeling a little slumpy and don't want to actually dive into a full book. I could just dip in and out of this one and read this here or there. So those were all of my nonfiction books that I would like to read. And then I have a couple other books that I hope to get to because towards the end of the month, Tome Topple round 5 is starting. I participated in the last 2 rounds of Tome Topple, I want to say, and I really enjoyed it. This time, I don't think I'll be sticking to really any of the challenges, though I think one book in my TBR would kind of hit most of the challenges. One of the challenges is to read a graphic novel, and I just don't think I will be able to pick one up in time for that, so I'm not going to do that. This is hosted by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, as well as a bunch of other people. I will leave her announcement video down below, so there's going to be a ton of links down below. But the couple of books that I would like to try to get to, the first one is Stephen King and Owen King's Sleeping Beauties. This just came out, I want to say last month. Well, now we're in November, so this came out in September, and so many people have read it. A lot of people enjoyed it. Some people didn't. Again, I'd like to form my own opinion, but this is 700 pages long, so this is definitely a tome for sure. And another one that I have been wanting to get to that I've had checked out from the library for probably the same amount of time as Mistborn is Tower Lord by Anthony Ryan. This is book 2 in his Raven Shadows series. I loved the first one. The first one is probably so far my favorite fantasy book of the year, though Mistborn might be taking that over. We'll have to see. I'm kind of getting that vibe from it. But I've been very excited to get back into this world, and this one, let's see, this one is a little over 600 pages long, so this is a tome as well. So hopefully if I finish these 2 books, then I will at least have participated in Tome Topple. Though Mistborn kind of fits into that category as well, but I'm reading it earlier in the month, so I don't know if that really counts, but hey, whatever. I might personally count it towards my goal. Those are all of the books that I'm going to be reading for November. What are you guys going to be reading? Let me know down in the comments below. Again, if anyone wants to buddy read any of these books with me, let me know. And I will see you guys all in my next video. I hope you have a great week and happy reading.